lovelies, my name is Jessica and welcome to Makeup.misfit, and today I have my update for Project Level Up. Now I did already previously film this, however I did not like the videos, so I'm refilming, but I will let you guys know shortly as to why I mentioned it. But for the last couple of months, I've been working on my level 3 palette, which has been the Lunar Beauty Nude Prism palette, and at last month's update, I reached my usage goal, which was to use every shade in this palette 3 times. So this is what the palette's looking like currently, and from back here you can see the usage in these shimmers right around here. And of course, as I mentioned, I believe last update, that I was more than likely going to focus on shimmers to hit my 3 pans on. So this is what the palette is looking like, and it's going to be very difficult to see, so I don't know if you're going to be able to at the moment, but I did hit pan in all 3 of these shades here. So what I'm going to do is just let you guys know how many times I used each of them, and when I do that, I'm actually going to throw up a photo of the shades so you can see the pan. They are itty bitty little tiny pans, and I think what had happened was the way that I was using my brush, which was along the side, because you can tell the usage, the dips in these shades are quite large compared to the actual size of the pan. I think the rounded tip of the bristles when I was dipping my brush in there just kind of was hitting the shade more on an angle than flat, and I think that's just kind of what ended up creating these tiny little pans, but they're pan nonetheless, and I'm excited about it. So eventually I will like to dip back into this to try and expand those pans a little bit, and of course hit more, but I'm going to go over the 3 shades, let you guys know how many times I use them, and then move on to level 4. So the first shade that I had hit pan on was the shade Exposed, and this one took me a total of 10 uses. I believe I had 4 uses on it prior to, nope, 3 uses, sorry, prior to last month's update, and I have used it a total of 7 more times to hit those 10 uses. Then the next shade that I had hit pan on was Laura, and this one took me a total of 11 uses. I had 4 uses on it at last update, so I had used it another 5, 6, 7 times. Is that right? To hit 11 uses. And then last but not least, I hit pan on the shade Sam, and this one I have marked down as 10 uses. However, I think it was closer to maybe 11, 12, or even 13 uses, because for some reason I feel like it took a little bit extra work and a little bit extra time to hit pan on it. Now last month I had a total of 4 uses, and I have marked down an additional 6, but I do think it's at least a couple more than that, because I was a little bit surprised as to how long it felt like it took me to hit pan on that shade opposed to the other 2. But nonetheless, all around on about the same amount of uses, so that's not too bad. And I know that if I do focus in on those other shimmer shades, hopefully I can hit pan around the same amount of time as well. So with that being said, I get to roll on up to level 4, but like I said, I have already filmed this, so I'm going to actually not re-choose my palette because I am excited about the palette that I'm working on. So I'm going to go over the 4 palettes that were my options for this month, and I'm going to try and see if I can cut that part of the video out and show you guys so you can see me randomizing them. So this is my list, and I only had 4 palettes for level 4. So the first palette was the Gimme Glow Pastel Dreams. I had the Beauty Bay Pastel palette, the Makeup by Mario Ethereal Eyes palette, and the Violet Voss Care Bears palette. Now, knowing that 3 out of these 4 palettes were colorful, that's of course what I was expecting, and I was so excited, you guys, when I rolled and I got number 1, which is my Gimme Glow Pastel Dreams palette. If you know, you know my love for this bad boy right here. So this is the one palette that I can use all 12 shades within one look. I do 6 shades on one eye, 6 shades on another eye. So I do have to use every shade in here 4 times. I don't know if that's how I'm going to use them or not to hit the 4 use mark on every shade, but we're gonna have to see how it goes. But I am really excited because I know that I'm going to be reaching for these shimmers so much. It is still obviously summer. We're heading into fall time soon, which I don't even want to think about. But these shades are very pretty, and I know that I'm going to enjoy them no matter what, summer, fall. So this shade right here, Peach for the Stars, especially from back there, you can tell it has some nice usage on it. So I'm thinking this might be one shade that I end up actually hitting pan on. Now this one right here, La La Land, I tried to depot these so that I could just write on the back of them. I have mixed a couple of my Gimme Glow palettes together. to change up the color stories and whatnot, except I decided to put this back the way that it was. I did not even try to mix these up because I enjoyed this one so much. So I did write on the back of them, and one of them broke a little bit, but this is the palette the way that it's supposed to look. So I don't know if I'm going to really try and focus in on a matte shade to hit pan. I might. We're just going to have to see how I feel, and depending on the rest of my eyeshadow projects and whatnot. But I'm thinking Peach for the Stars, possibly this one right here, which is called Daydream. I want to, of course, as always, just let my brush take me where I feel. I don't want to pinpoint and pre-pick the shades that I want to hit pan on. But I can guarantee you they're probably going to be 4 shimmers. But the fact that I'm going to have 4 pans in this palette makes me so excited, because with the amount of love that I have for this, it does not look as loved as I feel it should. So knowing that every shade in here is going to be used a minimum of 4 times, and I'm finally going to have actually pan in this palette, it makes me so excited. So on average, it's been about 2 months that I have had each level going before I've leveled on up. So I'm hoping that I can get this out within the next couple of months. We're gonna have to see. Level 4 is more of a tricky level, but because of the palette that it is, there's a chance that in 2 months, I'm hoping I can get some real good progress and potentially roll it on out. I would like to try and reach level 5 this year. Last year, I kind of restarted back at level 1 and only made it to level 3, I want to say. So this year, I'm excited that I'm at least already at level 4. Level 5 would be amazing. So we're going to have to see. I'm crossing my fingers, and if I could even finish level 5, that's way in the future, so I don't need to think about it at the moment. But considering we're already so close to the end of the year, which again, I don't want to think about, we're gonna have to see how this goes. So first, I'm just going to focus in on level 4. Forget level 5. If I get there, I get there. If not, at least I've already made it to level 4, which is a lot more exciting than last year's. And that is it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you guys all later. Bye.